In Canada, the celebration and acknowledgement of Black history have roots that intertwine with the nation's own history. This narrative is deeply embedded within the nation's chronicle, a testament to the impact of the Black community. Welcome to the Sankofa Pan African series. Please support us through Patreon and by buying me coffee so we can continue to bring you this series. Subscribe and please turn on your notification buttons to know when we have new episodes. Don't forget to check out our website, sankoforstorybooks.com, for history, Afrocentric stories, and other resources for children. After the early settlers, like the first known African to reach Canada, Mathieu da Costa, France authorized the enslavement of Pawnee Native Americans and Africans in New France in 1689, a fact which we are often too eager to overlook. Enslaved Africans were also brought by New Englanders and from the West Indies. By the 1700s, people of African descent were already settled in Nova Scotia. Even after New France was ceded to Britain in 1760, Black and Pawnee people remained enslaved. However, after 1763, many Black migrants came as fugitives from American enslavement. After the American Revolution, about 2,000 enslaved Black people came with the Loyalists to British North America, as Canada was known at the time, alongside 3,500 Chawat free Black Loyalists. Despite facing discrimination and poor living conditions, Black Loyalists established settlements in Nova Scotia, and by 1793, the anti-slavery movement in Canada gained momentum with Chloe Cooley's resistance in Upper Canada, inciting subsequent legislative actions. Loyalists helped shift societal attitudes, leading to the gradual decline of enslavement in Canada. Upper Canada initiated laws for gradual abolition in 1793, with Lower Canada following suit after judicial decisions freed runaway slaves. Although the British Empire did not abolish the slave trade until 1807, Black communities grew across Canada, and approximately 30,000 Black people arrived via the Underground Railroad between 1800 and 1865. Slavery itself was only abolished in the British Empire, including Canada, in 1833, but only took effect a year later. The 1850s saw the founding of abolitionist newspapers by Black Canadians. These papers, like the Provincial Freeman, established in 1853 by Mary Ann Shadd Cary, advocated equality, integration, and self-education for Black people in Canada and the United States. The 1800s continued to see an influx of Black people who moved to British Columbia and Alberta, facing challenges including attempts to limit Black immigration. Following emancipation, many African Americans returned to the US, but others came to Canada for work, especially in the rail industry. Segregated Black communities formed on the outskirts of white towns, and self-sufficient Black settlements continued to develop against all odds. Early Black Canadians often faced poverty and discrimination. Education for Black Canadians was unequal and segregated, and while some progress was made in politics, legal inequalities persisted. These challenges only strengthened them, and the 20th century saw the growth of Black communities and organizations in Canada, shaping their unique identities and contributing to Canadian society as immigration policies became more inclusive. People of African descent have contributed significantly towards building the nation. People like Dr. Anderson Ruffin Abbott, who attended to Abe Lincoln on his deathbed, William Peyton Hubbard, a City of Toronto alderman from 1894 to 1914. Historical landmarks stand tall, echoing the tales of their perseverance. Their importance is magnified by the plethora of notable figures that arose from these communities. Figures like Lincoln Alexander, the first black member of parliament, and Viola Desmond, a courageous civil rights activist who blazed trails across numerous domains, initiating change and progression. It is a time to reflect on the struggles and achievements of black Canadians throughout history, a time to recognize and honor some of the most inspiring events in human history, like the Underground Railroad and the 1969 students' protests. These stories deserve to be heard and celebrated. Black History Month is a period where we acknowledge the trials, tribulations, and tenacity of an entire community that has fought for their rights. One that has been shaped by the resilience of activists like Rosemary Brown, the first black woman to be elected to a provincial legislature in Canada. This month is a testament not only to their unyielding strength, but to the vibrant cultural richness of figures like Michael John, former Governor General of Canada, and influential author Austin Clarke. Their contributions have greatly enriched our society. Black History Month provides a platform to celebrate such inspiring stories, while at the same time promoting understanding and respect. Moreover, it is an educational opportune moment where we enlighten ourselves and others about the significant contributions and impactful experiences of these and many other Black Canadians. Black history should not be confined to a mere month. The narratives of Black Canadians, like Jane Austen and jazz legend Oscar Peterson, are intricately woven into our nation's fabric, unfolding tales of triumph, resilience, creativity, and influence. By learning about and propagating these narratives, we celebrate civil rights activists like Carrie Best and also enhance our understanding of the myriad contributions made by this vibrant community. We must extend the dialogue beyond February, igniting meaningful conversations and fostering a deeper appreciation of diversity. Remembering and sharing the stories of icons like Portia White and Willie O'Ree, the first black player in the National Hockey League, is crucial for creating cultural connections. Together, let's honor the past, embrace the present, and shape a more inclusive future.